worry about me.
Nothing. Yeah. Hey. Oh, yeah. Hey. Oh, yeah. Sing. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Happy people today, ain't nothing like a frown taken off of your face. Cause I just wanna be lifted up, wanna be lifted up, wanna be brought up today. They say happy people makes the world go round and round. Happy people turn around to smile. Happy people turn around. Happy people take love and happy people. They say happy people makes the world go round and round. Happy people turn around to smile. Happy people don't worry about me. Happy people take love and dominate.
Cause I just wanna see happy people every day.
Now dance. Right now, I'd like to introduce to you Larry White on rhythm guitar.
Happy people,
they say happy people makes the world go round and round. Happy people turn around.
Y'all put your hands in the air.
Happy people, all the happy people worry about me.
You see, we make the world go round.
Happy people take love and dominate. They say happy people make the world go round and round. Happy people turn around to smile. Happy people don't worry about me. Happy people take love and dominate.
What's up? What's going on with this mic, man? What's up, you guys? I know we are early. Listen. Look at all my early birds, man. You guys are looking beautiful, man. What's happening this morning? I know y'all like, man, how is it? Excuse me. How is it that Stone can just get up and keep going and keep going and keep moving? That's how I do, y'all. I can't explain it. Man upstairs just keeps me righteous, trying to make sure that light is on me good enough. But what's happening? Good morning, you guys. I'm sorry. Let me cut that mic off. Let me grab me some water. Bruce Lee's favorite drink. Water. Give me a minute. Let me play some music while I'm grabbing me something to drink. Let's play Life's Frequencies for now. Just give me a second.
Bonjour.
My new single. If you don't have it, get it. iTunes. Give me a minute. Let me get something to drink real quick.
Tade bonjour, douce. Take you by the hand and walk you through my daily life so I can show you who I am, baby. My spirit works to rise up.
That's my joint, y'all. Wait till y'all see the video to that. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let me acknowledge my folks up in there. Share the live, y'all. We're gonna go in. Tessie's here. You know, Tessie's always front row seat. TT, good morning, TT. Good to see you, TT. Thank you for stopping in. Melody, like always, is here. Bridget, good morning, Bridget. I know I caught you early. Malar, thank you for being back. Listen, you guys, interesting stories today. I had to get on here early because I have a few things I got to take care of. I'm doing a favor for a friend, so I have some things I got to take care of later on. But good morning, Sire. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for stopping in. You guys know we have these great conversations Monday through Friday, and then we go in the studio. You know what I'm saying? After that, sometimes in the evening. But yo, it's getting crazy out here, y'all. Like, this is no pun intended, man. I mean, our president has been making some amazing, how can I say it? I'm trying to say it in a very cordial and nice way. Can you guys hear me good? Guys can hear me good? Good morning, CC. My moderator, CC, Cambodian Mystique. Good morning, you guys. Everybody hear me well? Listen, our president is on the move again, you guys. He is making some moves, making some changes. But here's the interesting part about the whole thing. Some of these changes are like really super duper crazy. Not really, if you think about it, because you know he hit the Mexican sector. Now he's on the Haitians, y'all. He's he's trying. He's like, it's time to go back. He's telling the Haitians, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. I think this is interesting, you guys. I can't say I didn't see it coming because in actuality, I did share this live, you guys. I can't say I did not see it coming because in all actuality, I did. Okay, so let's get into it, you guys. We're also going to talk about this TikTok thing. This TikTok thing, and thanks to my cousin Ty, you know, he keeps me on point with certain stuff. I have my moderator, Cece would keep me on point. Mystique would keep me on point with different stuff that's going on that I might miss. But we're going to talk about this TikTok stuff too. That affects all of us. But let's get into it. Trump terminates legal status for 500,000 Haitians in the U.S. He wants to deport them all back to Haiti now. No, man. What's going on, y'all? I mean, we know what's going on, but what's really going on? He wants to deport 500,000 Haitians back to Haiti. I'm just kind of like, damn. Really? But why? But why? Are these Haitians illegal? See, we're going to get deeper into it. Are they illegal? Are they here legally? Are some of them here legally? Or some of them here not legally? Let's get into it. I'm trying to read what you guys are saying. Oh, yeah, my mods are intact. Go. What's happening, Go? Good morning, Brother Timothy. Blessings, family. So let's get into it, you guys. You know, I'm not going to say I'm bothered by this. I think everybody's starting to become numb to this, and I think it's starting to get real crazy. It says the Trump administration has officially announced the termination of, let's put some music on while we're talking, y'all. Let's create some atmosphere up in here. Hold on, let's do that. Can we do that a little bit? I think I can do that and still talk. Let's see. Because I'm not on StreamYard today. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we can do that. That's a little atmosphere, you know, give you that Barry White. Okay, so anyway, hopefully it's not too louder than my voice, but let's get into the story, you guys. The Trump administration has officially announced the termination of temporary protected status, TPS, for Haitians. It's impacting more than 500,000 Haitian nationals. I don't know why. I get tongue twisted early in the morning. Anyway, it's impacting 500,000 Haitian nationals currently residing in the United States. Many of them have been living in the U.S. for years, some of them for more than 10 years. Homeland Security Christy Cohen confirmed that the TPS designation will expire, excuse me, on August the 3rd, 2025, with removals beginning as early as September the 2nd, 2025. The decision effectively cancels the 18-month extension granted by former President Joe Biden, which would have protected Haitian nationals through February 2025. They're on a mission, you guys. What's your thoughts of this? I mean, these people. Now I get it. We can't. Americans have to understand too. We can't go to no other country, walk in and just be cool and chilling, and think that we can live there with no issues. Now, I'm not saying that people that don't have citizenships or are not here legally shouldn't be here. What I'm saying is there's a way to do it right, because we can't go to any other country as Americans and chill out and stay there and think we're just going to stay there. They're going to be on our asses. I trust me. I've been in other countries and lived in other countries. Every 6 months, you got to leave, renew your passport, and come back, right? But for some reason, we get people here in the U.S. who ends up staying, and I don't. I'm trying to understand it and be compassionate. I'm not against it, but I do think that there's a right way for all of us to do this and properly respect the U.S. where we're at and do it the right way, right? TT say this is what America voted for. TT, you know what? I hate to say it, but you're 100% correct. Oh, happy birthday, brother Timothy. I didn't realize that. It's your birthday. Sorry. What do you guys think about this? They're going to start this deportation in August. The agreement that was signed expires in September. So they're going to start, I guess, doing the deportations in September the 2nd. They're going to start doing removals September the 2nd. I'm sorry. I mean, what's you guys' thoughts on that, man? I'm thinking there's a lot of families that are going to be torn apart. They really came here and worked their butts off to really, really build. What about those? What about the children that were born here? They're going to send the kids back as well? Go said that's true, but our country is unique. Everyone in this country is an immigrant except for the two groups. Go, I agree with you 100%. But as far as like the way we operate, we can't go to no other country. There's immigrants in other countries too, but those countries make them do it the right way. You can't come into another country without doing something the right way to be a citizen and stay in that country. The U.S. is the only place that people have been able to come and just kind of camp out and chill and do whatever, right? Without having the proper situations to say that you are a citizen. When they brought the slaves here, our ancestors came here by no choice. They just brought us here. We didn't ask to be brought here, right? Timmy said, my sound's not working. Must be this phone. Okay. CC said, good luck with detaining the more angry. Yeah, CC. It's not going to be a good thing. I already see it myself. Urban Media Productions, Inc. What's up, family? Says, time for Black Americans to get a chance here. I agree with you. I'm like, okay, so after the Haitians, what's next? That's all I'm saying. Like I do believe that, and don't get me wrong, because we really got to understand this. We cannot go to any other country and not do it the right way. We can't. We can't go to any other country and expect to be there and not do it the right way. And this is a fact. Okay? We can't, you guys. Tessie say, amen, go. We can't step into any other country and not get our proper passes or passports or work visa to be there. And if you're there too long, they're gonna kick your ass right up out of there. They don't play. I've been to other countries. They don't play no games. CC said he is manipulating the U.S. Just power trip. CC, it's interesting to see everything that's going on. I think this is a learning lesson for all citizens, not just all people, not just American citizens. When I started to see them deport regular citizens, oh, you listening to my music nowadays? That song is a song that's on my album that's coming out too. Maybe I shouldn't play that. Nobody's heard that one yet. Bridget said Mexico is deporting non-Mexicans both. Yeah. Because see, they're following, they're like tit for tat. Like, okay, so y'all want to do this to us? We can do the same thing to y'all. Y'all want to play games? So we're gonna send your people back as well. Play the games if you want. That's what Mexico's saying. Play the games if you want. We're gonna send your people back too. Let's go. Let's do it. Tit for tat. You start, I start. We go. Let's go. Let's do it. Hold on. Let's see. What do you guys think this is going to be like when the Haitians they start trying to deport Haitians from America? I saw a little snippet of. I don't know if this was real. I don't know if it's some old footage that they had grabbed, but it was some Haitians and they were like ISIS. I don't know if this was recent. I don't know if this was in New York. I have no idea. I got to find out where it was. But ICE was pulling some of them, and it was a whole bunch of Haitians, and they were pushing them back. And they was all on the street. They wasn't letting them take none of they folks. This is what my thing is. Is this by design? Now think about what I'm about to say, because this actually, as I'm talking to you, something deeper just came to my mind. What if? I'm just saying. What if there's a bigger picture in this that was strictly by design? We're going to get back into this in a second reading. What if we get the Haitians started by deporting them back and in hopes and efforts that the American black folks come out in the street and clown too? CC said, I think we will see pow pow and unaliving in some areas. I believe that too. Think about what I'm saying, y'all. Melody said a lot of businesses as in going to close up. Yeah, a lot of businesses definitely will close up. TT said no president, regardless of political party, shouldn't be allowed to govern without checks and balances. TT, agreed. CC said he just wants a white world. Here's an interesting, and thanks for sharing that, CC. What if there's a bigger picture? I want black folks to understand and pay attention to what's going on. We didn't go out in the streets when the Mexicans started doing their thing. Respectfully so. We love our Mexican counterpartners, and they like family. They're really connected to black folks in a real way, in so many ways, culture-wise. But we didn't go out in the streets for them. Could this be a coup? I'm just saying it could not be. But it's so hard for me not to believe that there's more that's designed in this perspective of we're going to send 500,000 Haitians back. We're done. Could it be they're trying to get the black Americans to get riled up and get out in the streets so they can handle some business? Urban Media Production said, I see a positive side to this. Urban Media, thank you, brother. Please expand on it, because I would love to have your thoughts, because I see something else, a setup going on, possibly. Gold said, how can they tell us from Haitians that we're born here? See, Gold is on to something. You see, she's on to something. She gets it. She gets where I'm going with this. Y'all see what's happening here? Who's to say when they start doing this and you walking down the street, having your morning walk as a black American at ICE, you Haitian? Come here. Hey, you, come here, and just grab you. And you got to prove that you are an American citizen. And now there's attorneys that are telling Americans, hey, get a passport. They're saying, hey, the attorneys are not even trusting people having their regular license and IDs. They're actually suggesting to get the passport card. Now, who's to say, as you're walking down the street as an African American in a country that you were born in, right? And you've been here since birth, and your parents are citizens, who's to say that you're not going to get pulled over and sequestered and say, hey, man, stop. Come here. Let me see your passport. I don't have a passport. I got my life. No, we don't know. We need your passport. Who's to say it's not going to be that? Cece said he always lies with the I have black friends. Just makes me think. Cece, I used to have friends in school that would do that shit and it would piss me off. TT said stop and frisk. Cece, I had friends, TT, and you're correct. I used to have friends back at school like, yeah, I got black friends. I said, man, listen, bro. Don't do the black friend thing to me because as soon as people go, I got black friends, I got to ask you a question. Why did you have to say I got black friends? You don't need to tell me you got black friends. If you got black friends, you just got black friends. I'm not going around saying, hey, man, guess what? I got white friends. I hate that. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. I got black friends. CC say, I'm not pleased with Mr. Chump. She called him Chump. You so funny. You guys are comedians this morning. CC said, bingo. Bridget said, he has one black friend. CC said, rolling on the floor. Elizabeth, welcome. Listen, you guys. This gots to be careful. Gots to be careful, African Americans here in the USA. Born and bred in the USA. Who's to say you're not a Haitian? I'm just saying. I'm trying to expand your mind to the bigger picture. Who's to say that you are not a Haitian? Let's paint the picture. Let's throw it up on the wall because that's what's going to be happening. You look like a Haitian. Well, I don't have my passport card. Come here. Turn around. Here's my ID, though, my license. We don't want that. We want your passport. Be careful with the real ID because you need to study about that real ID because that real ID gives certain rights to the powers that be. And you forfeit and actually forfeit some certain rights. You just got to go read about it. Maybe I'll do a video about that. The real ID, you forfeit certain rights, which is why I've chosen not to get the real ID. I will just renew my passport. Javon, what's happening, family? I'm doing good, family. I think you text me. I'm going to hit you up, fam, today. Probably like around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock my time. Yeah, we're going to talk about that, Cece. People need to understand that there is something deeper going on. If they're saying get the real ID, and the real ID allows you to travel interstate within, I never thought that there would be a day where we would have to have an ID to go state to state. It's called the real ID, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I think that ID was created to monitor those in this country that shouldn't have been here. I think that was the original concept. Go said he let South Africans in with no problem. He switched that up, though. They told him that they can't even come over here, right? As of now, they're not even letting people come into the U.S., according to things that I've studied and read. Oh, let me see where you replied, Urban Media. Give me a second, you guys. Urban Media said he replied. I'm trying to find the reply. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed a few, you guys. I'm sorry. Let me read this one too. Go said that's true, but our country is unique. Everyone, I read that one. Urban Media. I'm trying to find it. I don't know, man. This stuff be moving quick too. Hold on, let me take my time and try to find it real quick. Damn, how come I don't see it? Where is it at? Sire, I see you. I'm gonna read that too. Damn, where's it at? Urban Media. I don't know how I missed it. I have no idea how I missed what you responded with. Damn, where is it at? This stuff be going so quick, y'all. Like I'm trying to look through and find it. Damn, sorry. If you could send it again. I'm sorry. If you could send it again. Sire said, Urban Media, if you could send that again. Sire said, hold on. Sire said, what if I like the Haitian soccer team and wearing the jersey, I got a feeling I would be stopped. Yo, Sire, that's deep. That is very deep. That's deep. That's something to think about. Gold said, dang, I just got a real ID. Yeah, Gold, man, I should have did a video about this. I will do something. I'll explain to you how that real ID works. There's some really crazy shit attached to it. Baby Love 14 say, Trump let white South Africans come to the, yes, he did. Because they said that they were being, it was genocide going on, which was all a lie. Because I watched at least 20 interviews of white people saying that's not going on here in Africa. The Hot D John's Experience podcast said eventually they're going to close this country and not allow people to leave out as well. I think it's time for exodus. They're already, brother Hot, the Hot D John's Experience podcast. Yes, they're already doing it, brother. It's already in play as we speak, brother. Thank you for bringing that up. It's already in play. Tessie said, unfortunately, CC, they are issuing real IDs to everyone upon renewal. You can request not to have a real ID, Tessie. You can request, you actually can. You can request that you waive your rights to have the real ID. If you have the passport card, you don't need the real ID. You just let them know you have the passport card. Javon said the real ID was made for anyone to do wrongdoing. Yeah, it was made to track people initially. Pretty Brown Eyes, long time no see. It's good to see you. Sire said, Elon from South Africa. Sure. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Cheryl said, political asylum protections for select members of the Afrikaner population from South Africa. The policies was justified on the basis of alleged racial persecution and threats tied to land. Yeah, and they're about to send these people back. They're about to send these people back that came to this country on political asylum. And that shit is messed up. Sending these people back could mean that's the end of their whole family legacy. Like they take out all their family members. Urban Media said, I was saying this may give Americans an opportunity. We have been supporting foreigners too long. Side note, I'm a female. Sorry, Urban Media. My apologies. You're right. Urban Media said, let me read this again. She said, I was saying this may give Americans an opportunity. We have been supporting foreigners too long. Side note, she said, I'm a female. I'm sorry about that. She's saying that this could open up opportunities for more Americans, Black Americans, Hispanic Americans, white Americans. What's you guys' thoughts on that? Do you think that this is going to open up opportunity? Me, I think it's a catch-22. Personally, I think it's a catch-22. Sire said no. Sire said no. Urban Media Production. Sire said no. He doesn't think that's going to open up, opportunity. What do you guys think about what Urban Media Productions Inc. said? Do you think that's going to open opportunities, you guys? I really don't think it's going to open opportunities. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Urban Media could be 100% correct. Cheyenne said, what is a Black American? Good question, you guys. Cheyenne Owen said, what is a Black American? Great question, you guys. What is a Black American, you guys? TT said, this is what authoritarian tactics look like. If you pluck a chicken one feather at a time, nobody notices. Oh, yeah, clearly we're not paying attention to the shit that's been going on. Go said, I don't want an opportunity at the expense of others. Go, I'm with you. I don't want to hurt anybody to get ahead. But then again, people don't give a damn. I mean, they really don't give a fuck today. They'll step on their mom these days. I'll read what Cheyenne said again. What is a Black American? You guys, she posed a great question. What is a Black American, you guys? Great question. You're actually the first person who's ever asked that, Cheyenne. It's a good question to ask to see people's response. So I'll say to you guys again, what is a Black American? Cheyenne asked. Come on now, we got some sharp people up in here. Our sharp crew. What is a Black American, you guys? I love the question. Urban Media said, blacks, we get the slack, no loans without interest, like they get, etc. Bridget said it was not fair that they can have free housing, food, and medical. Many Americans need those services. I do agree with that also. Go said, no, they want to pit us against each other. Go. Now, we talking about the Haitians against the American citizens. Cheyenne said, I consider myself African American and Native Indian. Go said us. Oh, so they want to pin the Haitians against black people? Go, is that what you're saying? I just want to be clear, make sure I'm answering. I'm responding to that correctly. Is that what you're saying? CC say those of African descent and U.S. citizens. Okay, yes. Oh, most definitely. See, this was about, it looked more like a civil issue to me. It was taking me back to the Civil War. I started seeing certain things happen. Like, ooh, why is this looking like some headed towards some silver? I'm trying to watch my words, but I felt like, why does this look like it's heading towards the Civil War situation, right? Which is why I'm glad black folks didn't run out in that street in LA and other places across the country, and they stayed put. Open Mind said, Black Americans born in the U.S. Gotcha. Do y'all see what's going on? Can't you see when they remove the 500,000 Haitians and they start doing that? Can you see what's about to really go down with just Black Americans? Is it a way to play clean up and sweep up? And then go, oh, I didn't know they were from America as blacks. I thought they all look Haitian to me. All black people look Haitian to me. Is this a way to do cleanup in a real sly way? I don't know, you guys. It just looks really weird to me. CC said, yes, I agree with you. She said, yep, a prejudiced chump. Bridget said, oh no, I read that one. You guys, I'm just saying what I see. This looks like a cleanup job to me. Like, we're going to come in, we're going to play cleanup. And then some people will become victims of circumstance, right? You just happen to be jogging in the morning that day. And then you get pulled over by ICE and you get thrown in the back of your car. Okay, Brother Timothy. You and your girlfriend walk into the park that morning. ICE pulls up when they're doing the deportation of Haitians. They say, hey, come here. I'm not trying to scare nobody. You know, this guy got on my live about 3 days ago and I was sharing real knowledge, right? And he told me that I was scaring people and I'm a Marxist. And I was offended by that. I said, I'm not a Marxist. I said, I'm sharing real information. But this guy felt like I'm scaring people. Listen, trust and believe what I'm saying. I am not trying to scare anyone. But imagine this. If you don't know what's going on and you find out the last minute, what's going to happen? Are you not going to be scared? Are you not going to be confused and freaking out? Are you not? I'll say this to everyone too, even during the 4th of July weekend, keep your head on the swivel. There's too much shit going on right now. Melody said, question, what would happen to Black Americans if they start stopping and arresting them? We don't carry our birth certificates to prove we are citizens. Melody, I keep my shit with me all the time. Listen, I got one copy in my car, but see, they're even doing this now. They're saying to people that we don't even care about. ICE has been telling people we don't care about the birth certificate. They're acting like the passport card is it. And if you don't have that, then that's it. This is really what's going on. People have actually shown their birth certificates to ICE, and ICE been like, nah, we good. Come with us. Pretty Brown Eyes say, wow, you are only spreading knowledge. Pretty Brown Eyes, yes. And this guy told me I was a Marxist. This brother, you know, one of our people came on here, told me I'm putting fear in people, and he said that, you know, that I'm a Marxist. TT said, educating the people is not scaring the people. Thank you, TT. Hello, Auntie Mickey. Go said he was a troll. Yes, these things are actually, thank you, Go. The Hot D. John's Experience podcast said, you're not scaring anyone. You're informing the masses and speaking facts. Keep going. Thank you so much. The Hot D. John's Experience. Thank you. Listen, I appreciate you for stopping in and showing love. I appreciate you. And I'm going to follow your channel when I get off of here, too. Let me see if I can follow it right now. Hold on. How can I? Does it allow me to? Let me see if it'll let me do it without me. Okay, hold on. Mystique, screenshot that so that when I get off, I can follow the channel, please. Because I'm scared if I get off. Last time I got off, it knocked me completely off of YouTube. Sire said, I was here for that. He said, I think that was a troll and don't want you spreading the truth. He wants to see the collapse happen. Yeah, it could not even have been a black guy, right? Oh, and you know what else he said? It might not have been a black person. He said something like, you people. He said some weird shit. You're scaring people. And then he said something like, people like you. So it led me to believe that it wasn't a black person. So, Sire, you're right. It's funny. Like, people don't want the real information shared. Baby Love 14 said, we all need to fight for justice, educate ourselves, and vote. Pray. God bless everyone. Listen, this is why I made my decision, and hashtag justice for Angie Stone, you guys, by the way. I made my decision after Angie passed because of all the great conversations Angie and I used to have. I said, I don't want to just use my platform for only music. I want to use my platform how I do in real life. What's up, Victory? When I talk to people every day, these are the conversations I have with people. So why not carry my platform the same way I am in real life every day? The songs I write are about life, love, peace, justice. I write about all kinds of topics, but I don't want to be on YouTube with drama. I only want to be on here with knowledge that's making a difference. Because some of us don't have the time to go and research. And a lot of our people don't like reading. And that's the real truth. And some of them can't read. I mean, I blew my mind when I saw the percentage of, Black Americans that couldn't read. I was shocked. So this is for the ones that don't quite, this is for the community in general. This is for people in general, especially the ones that can't read. Good morning, Sonia. Cuzzo. Thank you, Cuzzo. Good morning. Yeah, you guys. I mean, the real truth. We're going to talk about this TikTok stuff too in a minute. But right now we're talking about these 500,000 Haitians that are going to be deported starting September the 2nd. Because that's when that agreement expires. No, actually, I think it expires in August, and they're going to do the deportations in September. What's my point? My point is all of African Americans that are on here, anybody that appears to look black, you can be Cuban, Dominican, you're still black. You can be Puerto Rican. In their eyes, you're still black. If you look black, you're black. Sire said, same with being computer literate. I sometimes assume that everyone around me knows the basics at least. Yo, Sire, bro, you have... Thank you for bringing that up, bro. Like, it's so many times that I've told people, oh, click this, click that. And they're like, how do I do that? And I'm like, bro, you 50. And they don't know nothing about the basic stuff on a computer. I'm just talking about basic stuff, moving files. Auntie Mickey said, too bad they can't get the dirty bird in Canada. Oh, Auntie Mickey, you so funny. Timothy Posh said, what if you're white but black on the inside? Listen, Brother Timothy, I'm going to give you some George Clinton. If they got a bop gun, they can bop you, and they see you got black inside of you, they going to take your ass too. Victory, what's happening? Brother Timothy, listen. They got to have that bop gun. It's like that Parliament Funkadelic. They scan you, they see that black and you, your ass gone. Listen, you'll be in Haiti. You'll be the white black dude in Haiti. I'm just saying, man. You feel me? They're gonna scan you with the bop, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, he's black inside. Get rid of him." Sire said, "Can't resist the bop." Right, Sire? You already know, right? Brother Timothy say, "Let me pack my bag." Victory say, Victory say, "To the left, to the left." This shit funny, man. Oh my God. Baby Love said, "Thank you, Stone, for talking about different issues because some people cannot read, don't read, or don't keep up with what is going on." Absolutely, Baby Love. We're doing this for those folks, and we're doing it for our elders too, who might not have the time to research and they come across my channel or somebody share this with them. We're doing it for our elders too. We're doing it for the community. There's not enough of us doing this. Sire said that would be funny as shit. A funny ass skit. Hey, Sire, come on, man. We might have to put that skit together, man. That shit would be hilarious, wouldn't it? That, ICE come and then they looking at the white dude, but they grabbing all the brothers and stuff, right? And then they go by the white dude and they asking him certain questions, right? But he's answering the questions like a brother do, right? He answered the questions like a brother do, right? And then they say, "Oh, grab the bop gun." They take the bop gun, they scan him. Oh, he's black. Get rid of him. Y'all got me over here laughing, crying, man. Oh my God. Pretty Brown Eyes said, uh, she said, "So is the purpose of the real ID is to track us? They say you need to fly, but my dad didn't have the real ID when he visited 2 weeks ago." Now, you don't need it to fly. So let me just bring that up to speed. There are states that don't allow you to need it when you fly, right? But they will hold you up in the line and it'll be just a long process. Brother Timothy said, "I bring the potato salad. Don't worry, I don't put raisins in." Auntie Mickey, listen to Timothy Potts. He got me rolling. Auntie Mickey says, "So many people are out of the loop because they watch YouTube all day. This way they have no excuse for not learning because you're bringing it to them." Yes, let me be honest with y'all about YouTube. Can I be honest? I'm still little tears coming out because Brother Timothy got me rolling. Hey, Sire, please make that. Sire said, "I'm going to try to make that with AI. Please make that and share that with me, bro, because that shit is hilarious." Let me share something with you guys about YouTube. I'm not even gonna lie. I had my favorite content creators. I would get up in the morning and I had to stop this because a lot of it wasn't informative. I used to listen to Tommy Sotomayor. Y'all remember Tommy? I used to get on my Tommy Sotomayor kick and I would literally watch him all day from one video to the other. But what I found out is I'm cracking up, man. What I found out is that wasn't healthy because it wasn't. I mean, I liked the way he was approaching. I didn't really like how he would talk about black folks. That kind of bothered me. But some of that shit was funny. So I was binging on that shit. And it wasn't really anything informative, even though it kind of was in certain ways, but it wasn't informative enough to feed the soul. Yeah, Timothy is definitely the brother from another mother. That's for sure. I ask you guys one question. What are you going to do when this deportation of the Haitians happen? I think you're going to have to be careful with where you go, what you do, how you move. And I hate to say it like that. Lady of Elegance said, "I'm back. You have a wonderful topic." Thank you, Lady of Elegance. We're going to have to watch the way we move, you guys. Pretty Brown Eyes said, "Okay, that's weird because they are making my son get the real ID to fly to New York. And I'm in California." Now, New York might have opposed it. You got to look up the list of states that, I mean, I could probably give it to you, but there are states that don't really require to have it. But what will happen is the wait in the line and all that. And then sometimes if you're talking to people, you have to know your rights. So I say Tommy hated himself. Pretty Brown Eyes. It's kind of like you got to know, like, if they say, "Oh, you got to have a real ID." No, I don't have to have a real ID. I'll travel with my license. You kind of just got to tell them. but he also needs to look up what states that say you do have to have it to fly, and certain states don't. So the ones that don't will just kind of hold you up in line and stuff like that. You know, you wait, you might have to go early because you might be in line longer, and you know they might do that whole little thing that they do, like they do in customs when they make you wait, and just because you don't have the real ID, extra check your bags. Timothy said, you can tell I'm black on the inside. I went into a store this morning, said, today's my birthday. Can I get a free cup of coffee? They called the police on me. You that Timothy ain't right, y'all. CC said, I use my global entry almost everywhere. Now, you have the line cut thing for like getting in line, CC. You know what I mean? Like when you travel, I forgot what it is, where you can cut the line. I got it too. Well, I had it. I had that clear shit. Pretty brown eyes, absolutely. Yeah, because certain states are not demanding it. Just have to look that up and it'll show you, because I was interested in knowing, because I didn't want to. Once I found out about the real ID, I was like, oh, hell no. Because you waived some of your rights. Yeah, you got the TSA. Yeah, now let me tell you about TSA. Also, TSA is similar to the real ID. TSA, you have waived. You got to read the small print, CC, on the TSA. Read the small print on the TSA and hit me up, and you'll be like, oh my God. Read the fine print, because in there it states that, yeah, you waive certain rights just by us having the TSA or clear, or any of them. I didn't know that either. I had no idea until I was doing the real ID thing and I started to do more research, that you waive certain rights just by having it. Auntie Mickey said, I was going to get clear, but I don't travel enough to justify. Yeah, well, save the money, because it's not what you think anyway, as far as what they're attaching to that and the TSA pre-check. Here's a real question I posed to all of us on the live, and nobody has answered me yet. What are we going to do when that starts to happen? Urban Media Production said, I suggest getting a temporary military ID as a visitor. I have one for a year. That may help. Urban Media, I like that. I absolutely like that. I think you got to go on base to get that. I think you go to the base, whatever military base, to get that one. I had one before. Timothy said, I'm like a ghost. I take Greyhound. I don't need an ID. Jafam said, I just renewed my clear. Thanks for letting me know. Jafam, listen, when clear came out, I was like all into it, right? But then when I read that, I actually canceled my clear, bro. I was freaked out by that shit. Go read the fine print. Like, they have the agreement. You could actually go on the site and read it. If not, I could probably send it to you if you can't find it. The Hot D John's Experience podcast. See, look at this. You see, thank you, Hot D John's. She came in with what I was saying a minute ago. She said, Michigan, Minnesota, New York, Vermont, Washington will not require real ID, at least for now. The only 5 that I know. Now, I'm glad she's sharing that, because a minute ago I told, who was that? Pretty Brown Eyes, that her son could check. Thank you so much for posting that. The Hot John's Experience podcast. Thank you for posting that. I really appreciate that. Sonia said, I have the passport ID card and still need a real ID. Some places don't accept it. Wait a minute. Hold on. How is it that you, Sonia, you have the passport ID card and you still need a real ID? You actually don't. If they're asking for it, you can legally tell them, no, I don't need it because I have. That's bullshit. Y'all see what's going on? Jay Bond said, I just got back in here. Pretty Brown Eyes said, I'm mad now. I'm a government worker, and they made it seem like we had, oh, yeah, well, you know, people will pass false information, because most people that are, you know, soft folks, you know, and that means white folks. Most people that are soft folks, they'll just say stuff because in their world, that's how they think. So they'll just pass on that. Not that they don't know, but they'll just say stuff also, just like black folks do, without proper research. Urban Media say, yes, I deliver on base. Oh, okay. Thanks for throwing that in there, Urban Media, for those that don't know. Lady of Elegance said, what is the question? Oh, the question was, what, Lady of Elegance, what are African Americans' preparation for this Haitian deportation? It is something to really think about. Auntie Mickey said, I canceled it too when I saw how much it costed. Yeah, it costs a lot. Timothy says he's going to marry Pretty Brown Eyes one day, my future ex-wife. Jafam said, canceling now. I follow you on IG. Jafam, thank you, family. I follow you on IG. I can't find it. I will message you. Okay, family. Go said TN doesn't require it either. Tennessee doesn't require it. CC said, I have a non-real ID license passport, global entry, clear TSA. Okay, CC. I know exactly which one you have. Javon said it applies to everything from holding your baby to citizenship in America. CC said, I feel Trump trying to whiten America and a civil unrest is coming. Sonia said, yep, I agree, and had to argue with my federal credit union. Our DMV stated that passport ID should be accepted. That's fucking bullshit. I will ask you guys one more time. What is it that everybody is preparing to do? Are you going to be prepared? All I'm saying is keep your head on a swivel. Don't just, when you see this deportation start to go out for African Americans here in the U.S., just be mindful when you're out and about during that period of time, because it's not going to be good. It could possibly not be good. Now, if they deported Mexicans who were citizens when they said they were going to deport the criminals, who's to say they won't be trying to do that to Black Americans? Think about it. It can be an easy mix-up. Be like, oh shit, we took 300, Black citizens, and now we got to figure out how to get them back. These Black Americans were citizens. You guys took them, and now they got to undo it. Now you got to get an attorney involved. Where are they? The families are looking for them. Urban Media said a TWIC card will work as well. See, I'm loving this. Everybody's coming in here and they're adding to this. Urban Media Production said a TWIC card will work as well. Timothy said, I'm going to Haiti. They can pay me the $1,000 to self-deport. I don't think you want to go to Haiti, brother Timothy. I'm going to be honest with you. Pretty Brown Eyes said, yes, I'm always prepared. I have my IDs in my car while driving and on my phone. Melody said, yep, absolutely, Stone. I agree. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Don't be looking up when it started to go down. Y'all like, man, Stone did talk about it on this channel. And y'all saying somebody posted, my cousin was walking down the street to the corner store this morning and ICE just pulled up and grabbed him. Javon say, I so much talk about on these topics. To answer your question, I'm preparing to leave and get out of here. I've been looking at South Africa and other spots. My uncle warned me years ago. Yeah, Javon. Now, here's the truth, y'all. Y'all really think they want Black folks to lead this country? They really don't. Do you know that this economy would crash? They think it would crash with Mexicans leaving because of the workforce and yard work and all the stuff that Mexican people do that Black people don't want to do, right? But do they understand what Black folks do to the economy as far as hair products, cars, clothes? We are the biggest spenders among any ethnic group. If we were all to move to, if we all were to move to Africa, this economy would crash. It's a fact. Urban Media said, I learned a lot when I worked as a Navy civilian. The stories, Urban Media, and the things you heard, like me being around my uncle and going on and off the base and hanging with him. TT said, keep a copy of your birth certificate in your phone. CC said, America is not what it used to be. Timothy said, if ICE pulls up on him, he's playing some Johnny Cash. Hey, brother Timothy, these ICE motherfuckers is Mexican. You better be playing some Mexican music. They don't give a fuck about no Johnny Cash. Jay Bond said, we are the number on what was that say? Hyun. Oh, number one consumers, he meant. Yeah. Sometimes, these phones and computers will make us type the wrong shit. Sire said, where would they get their style and swag from? This shit would, let me tell y'all something. Timothy said, turn up that. Sire, do you know how boring this shit would be? If ain't no black people in the United States of America, do you guys know how boring this shit would be? Let's keep it real. Baby Love say, it's sad that the Haitians have to go back to Haiti. It is very dangerous in Haiti. Absolutely. Crazy world that we live in. I can't stand Trump. He will be going to Baby Love came in hard. Victor say, my son playing on my phone. Sorry. No, it's all good. Javon say, sorry for the typos. No problem at all. No sports, no music, no good movies, no swag. If we all just packed up and said, you know what, y'all? Let's go. Urban Media said we are the biggest spenders. That's a fact. If we all said, you know what, y'all? It's cool. Hey, y'all. And we just came together and said, let's go. Boy, oh boy, although there's a lot of people don't rock with black folks, although there's a lot of people that say they love us, although there's a lot of people that love our culture, if we were to go, we'd have a whole bunch of motherfuckers acting like black folks. They will be okay for a minute, because trust me, they'll grow the hair, they'll sag the pants, they'll put the swag on, they'll talk. They can, we'll have perpetrating black folks trying to be black like they already doing now, until it gets boring to the ones that know what the real black experience is. You understand what I'm saying? So the whole purpose of closing it, y'all think that it's not by design of them talking about closing the borders so nobody can leave? Tessie said, no seasoning, no flavor. Timothy said, as long as y'all take me with you, don't leave me here with these white folks. Sire said the dude's name is Barbecue and he burns people. What the fuck, sending them back to that? Listen, imagine this. Do you see? Auntie Mickey said, when can we send y'all read what she just said. Back to Europe, where I'm trying to watch reading certain stuff for a reason. I've learned, I'll tell you why, Auntie Mickey. But you could type it, though, and let people read it. Holly, what's happening? Baby Love 14 said it. I like your hair and your style, Stone. Thanks. God bless. Oh, thank you, Baby Love. I appreciate it. Here's the thing. They talked about closing borders. Why would you talk about closing the borders? Do you see what happened in the Philippines as the Philippine citizens started to leave the Philippines? They had an issue. They have an issue. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of their citizens are coming to America. What that does is starts to affect the economy, because now you're taking the money out of that economy and you're putting that into another country. So even the Philippines now are sequestering for their people to come back, and they're very tough on them when they try to leave the country. Y'all don't think this shit ain't by design. In the Philippines, when they try to leave the country, now they're being very tough on them leaving their country. They're being very, very analytical. Why you need to leave? TT says sometimes people don't miss the water until the well is dry. That's a fact. Victory said exactly. I agree. It's definitely not what it used to be. They love us, but they hate us, you guys. They love us, but they hate us. This is a real fact. Bridget say, why can we not send black Trump wives and his children? Send back Trump's wives and his children. Lady of Elegance said, I really don't know why we read and realized why we what? I know that might have been a typo. Javon said, almost like treasoning. Go said they destroyed all black towns for the same. Yes, they did. We're going to do a show on that. We're going to go over all the black towns from way back to all the way up into the 60s and 70s that they actually did some destroyed. And listen, my sister lobbied for Congress to bring back Black Wall Street in Chicago. My older sister did. She's a politician. She's the one that lobbied in Chicago. I got the paperwork to show you. She lobbied to bring back Black Wall Street in Chicago and abroad. She did. I was very proud of her. Very proud of her. But if there's no black people here, it should have crashed. That's why they're not letting. That's why the whole closing the borders, because they know people gonna be up like, I'm gone. They know. And you got Africa saying, hey, my people, please come home. Come home. Y'all want to go back to Africa? Nigeria is saying, come home. Come home, y'all. I mean, I know you might not be from there, and experience you might not really understand, but Nigeria, they're saying, come home. Come home, y'all. Let's go. Yeah, my sister, she lobbied for Black Wall Street to be activated again. One day I'll find the paperwork and have her send it to me, and I'll pull it up and show you guys. Lady of Elegance said, why do we need a real ID? And what is the purpose? Lady of Elegance, a question everybody should be asking. My thing was, with all my study in it, it seemed like a way to track illegals initially. And now it's just, they're making it a common thing. Urban Media said, a whole county in Georgia is abandoned. We can start over there. Yeah, it is. I'm live. I'm live right now. I'll call you back. Listen. Okay, let's do this, you guys. Hold on. I'm moving quick. I'm moving too fast, y'all. Let's do this. This Haiti thing is really crazy. Let's go back to this. Let's read some more, you guys. Let me put my little soundtrack on because it stopped. Okay. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all better pay attention. Check this out. Haiti continues to endure widespread political unrest. Now, this is what they're sending them back to, you guys. This is what these people are going back to, and this is what bothers me. Haiti continues to endure widespread political unrest, extreme poverty, and a surge in gang-related violence. Armed gangs reported control about 80% of Port-au-Prince, the capital, where they engage in kidnappings, extortion, and violent clashes with authorities. The country is also still reeling from the 2021 assassination of President Jovenel Moise, which created a power vacuum and the instability, with more than 1 million people internally displaced. Basic services such as healthcare, food access has collapsed. I don't know, you guys. This shit like this, I'm an empath, so stuff like this really bothers me. They're sending these people back to a place. As soon as they land, they're going to be brutalized mentally, physically. They're raping women there. All kinds of crazy stuff going on there, right? Auntie Mickey said clothes would be boring, music would kind of suck, and there would be music would kind of suck, and there would be no more cool line dances except country. Well, country took it from black folks. Let's keep it real, Auntie Mickey. Baby Love said, our economy is bad. High food prices and other high prices on almost everything. Our government destroyed Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and in other places in the U.S. God help us. Yes, they did. They knew what they were doing. Siobhan said, that's sad. Letha Robinson said, good afternoon. Hey, Letha, hi. You guys, these people are being sent back to almost like a genocide that's going on. I mean, anytime you can unlike your own people and rape a woman in front of her child and unlike them, man, that's some extreme shit. And you also got to remember, they were pow-powing airplanes down. We couldn't even bring planes in there because before the plane could land, they was popping off on them. This is what they're sending back, their people back to. And I actually don't even see how they're going to send them back. Because remember the last U.S. airplane that went there, what happened? They couldn't even land. So how are they going to do? Parachute them back in and shit? What are they going to do? Parachute them like, all right, y'all, jump. Okay, we right here. Jump out right here. Because they're not going to be able to land. They're not going to be able to land, you guys. Javon said, I get what Stone is saying, but they can do it to any race here, period. And a lot of them come from places where they was running from cartel and different things. Yeah. Come on, y'all. Y'all don't see the setup. Just remember I told y'all, when they start moving the Haitians, mark my word, some black people are going to become victim of circumstance. Just like what just happened. Oops, I'm sorry. I didn't know you American. Well, he's already in Haiti. We got to try to find him and get him back to America. Got to get the kids back, the family back to America. That was a mistake. I'm just saying, y'all, man, y'all better try to see what I'm saying. They're grabbing people with no IDs. So if you're walking without your ID and they ask you something and you don't have it, what do you think is going to happen? On to more news. Let's go to the next. We can talk about this shit all day long. Let's go to TikTok, you guys. Let's talk about what's happening for all my TikTok, all my TikTokers. Y'all know y'all be loving the TikTok, man. Y'all ready for TikTok to be gone? I know y'all love y'all TikTok. That's why I don't really be on TikTok like that. I mean, I do and I don't. But for those of you that love TikTok, well, there's a possibility if it doesn't get bought, you won't be able to do your videos on it anymore. Now, why somebody want to call me? For whoever you are that seem to always want to call me when on my live, shame on you. You know I'm on my live. And not the first person that called me, but the second person that called me. So let's go into the TikTok, you guys. Oh, man. Crazy, man. Here it is, you guys. TikTok's supposed to go up for sale, you guys. It should have been shut down. We already know a while before. But supposedly there's a sell of TikTok. It's still available in the U.S. And they haven't had a person actually purchase it. According to our president, there's a Chinese buyer who's ready to buy. Here's what's really happening. They're planning on creating stronger data protection with the U.S. data stored by Oracle and under the U.S. oversight. Users are likely to see improved data and security standards if this is going to be able to be bought. They're going to tighten up. There'll be stricter rules and stuff like that. Potential policies and moderation tweaks. The U.S. investors may introduce stricter moderation policies, potential altering community standards or content guidelines, which probably means you're not going to make as much money. Maybe they're not going to let you talk about political issues on there anymore. This is what I'm assuming. It's probably where it's going to go. Javon said, I'll give an example. When the mini sub exploded underwater, there was a whole other story, bro, going on. Over 400 immigrants on a ship with over half being kids sinking. The things they do make no sense, bro. That's a whole story. That is like a whole story. Thank you for bringing that up. Let me see. Number 4, the algorithm in TikTok, the dynamics, the familiar For You feed might shift if the algorithm moves under the U.S. control or faces overnight licensing. So in other words, if the U.S. maybe gets a U.S. buyer, then or U.S. has full control over TikTok. So it's probably why they want to make sure somebody buys it so they can monitor it, right? Things are going to change as far as licensing agreements and stuff like that, and the oversight, how it's monitored and how it's used. I'm thinking they're probably going to use it in some sort of federal way if they they're able to really implement more oversight and control of it. That's my thoughts. I could be wrong. Some bidders, such as Kevin O'Leary, it'd be new features, possible new features. Some bidders, such as Kevin O'Leary with Project Liberty and Frank McCourt, propose giving users more data control and monetization incentives. So you got, on one hand, you got somebody that wants to really make it worthy for the content creators. And on the other hand, our government's like, look, we don't give a fuck. Just sell the shit. And we want to control and figure out what our interest is gonna be, and move on. Let's go. Commercial impact. Brands and creators may notice changes in ad products and e-commerce and integrations or influencers monetization tools as U.S. investors optimize the platform. Here's what I think what was really going on with TikTok. TikTok has been putting a dent in companies like Amazon and companies like whoever's selling product, whoever's the dominant, especially Amazon. TikTok sales where you can order stuff and get it to your door like that on some cases. They've been putting a dent in the how can I say, the supply and demand market. You feel what I'm saying? So Amazon at some point was interested, and you have all these people interested in buying TikTok because they want to tap into that. And then these content creators are making a living off of selling product. These are jobs for people. If we take that away, we're also taking away these people's livelihoods and how they feed their family. We've seen people speak on this in Congress when they were first talking about banning TikTok how many months ago, right? Wow. If the deal falls through, TikTok could face another U.S. ban, potentially removing from the app stores and disrupting users' access, which means then you're going to have people rushing. Remember when it first shut down? Everybody and their mama ran to YouTube. Everybody. Like, I've seen so many new YouTube channels. Even now, I'm like, well, damn. YouTube is like oversaturated, low key, kind of, sort of, right? Bottom line for users, the benefit concerns continued access and stronger data protection, possible changes in algorithm and moderation, better transparency under U.S. ownership. This is what they're saying. If we own it, the U.S. is saying if we own it, it's going to be better transparency, y'all. I don't believe that shit. They said uncertainty until deal finalizes. Basically, the deal needs to be successful to prevent the ban because of the U.S. laws that have passed in 2024 that gives TikTok a clear ultimatum. What's my thoughts? TikTok is now on a legal lifeline support. We need to go up to the hospital and visit TikTok. They're on a TikTok life support. They are actually on a legal life support. Real talk. Let's go up to the hospital and visit TikTok. There's a bigger picture with this also. Y'all got to understand everything that's happening is not just, oh, TikTokers, they want to ban because it's, no, this stuff is bigger than that. Baby Love said the world is so crazy. Just like Prince Rogers Nelson said in his song, Sign of the Times, some say a man ain't happy unless a man truly dies. Oh, why? Time, rest in peace, Prince. Yes. Rest in peace to Prince. Baby Love, in saying that, off the subject, guess what my great-grandfather's name is? Just take a guess, Baby Love. This is off subject, though. Guess what my great-grandfather's name is? Since you brought that up, you'll never guess, not in a million years. Chad, yes, TikTok is owned by China, but the USA wants to, I think they want to control it or have their hands in it. And I think it's for other reasons and other agendas, as we all know. Baby Love, take a big guess what my great-grandfather's name is. You'll never guess in a million years. You probably will now that I'm saying it this way. Okay. She's taking her time. She's thinking. So I'm going to tell you, Baby Love, my great-grandfather's name is Prince Nelson. This is a fact. Spencer said TikTok is a form of worldwide communications. Yes, it is, Spencer, which is why they want to control it. Baby Love. Yes, my great-grandfather's name is Prince Nelson. So when you mentioned Prince, it made me think about that. So that's my great-grandfather's, and my great-grandmother's name was Phoebe Nelson. Just throwing something out there for you to think about. Welcome to the channel, Spencer. Listen, you guys. What I just shared with you today is all facts. The TikTok was just a little bit of extra icing on the cake. My biggest concern is what's going on, what's going to happen in the Haitian community coming up September the 2nd. African Americans, please, please, please be sharp, stay on top of your know-how and know what to do and what's happening. Pay attention to when you're moving. Make sure you have your IDs on you. Got a copy of your birth certificate. Do not leave the house without this shit. Yes, my great-grandfather's name is Prince Nelson. Urban Media Inc. said, commercial break, let's hear your song, please. Which song? The new single? Okay, I usually end with music. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna shorten it because I got stuff I gotta take care of anyway. I'm gonna come back on later in the studio. So I'm gonna play some music. I appreciate you guys coming in. I'm gonna play the new single. And you can Bridget say Trump wants to wants to contract CC. He wants to stop the media talking about him negatively. Have you guys paid attention? I don't really mention the name. I'm pretty smart now. I'm sharp now. You got to, these days, you got to watch what you say on this YouTube too. So I'm sharp now. You know what I'm saying? You know, in certain countries, you can't even mention a president's name in a derogatory way. So, I mean, he is our president. So we do have to respect that much. Baby Love. It goes deep, baby love. It goes deep. That's all I'm going to say to you. That's all I'm going to say. It goes deep. Listen, let me play my single that's out now. And you guys can go. It's online. Listen, what I need for everybody to do. Those of you that have an iPhone, before I get off this live, this is all I ask of you. I know you got $1.29 because everybody has $1.29. It's $1.29. Go to your iPhone. Go to the pink star. Let me just, because some people get it twisted. They will go to Apple Music. I don't need you to go to Apple Music. This is what I need you to go to. You see that pink star right here? That is the iTunes store on your iPhone. Go to the iTunes store, download, type in Stone Paxton Life's Frequencies, and download that single for me. Show love. We're trying to really push this record into where it needs to be in the charts and stuff. So it already broke into number 11 in the UK. But download that. I'm going to play some of it now. Let's do it so you guys can hear it. And then I want you to go download this record. And anybody that are members of the channel, you get this CD shipped to you. If you don't have it, you pay for shipping and handling. This is free for members only. If you're not a member, you can still buy it. Inbox me. As well as this one. As well as the vinyl. Okay? So you got options. But those are gifts for my members. To take you by the hand and walk you through my daily life so I can show you who I am, baby. My spirit works to rise above all negativity to give. All right, Elizabeth, come on, let's go. To be the light, girl, I
I can tell you're feeling this. Conversation's healing and it can jerk your spirit and make it right. So much darkness all around, but there's
This video gonna be off the hook though.
us. Let me show you how we get it right.
Your husband took my CD, Auntie Mickey.
We can talk about these crystals. It gives life. Later we can watch the moon rise. You got stars, girl, in your side.
Go, thank you for the membership. Welcome, go to members only, you guys.
When the world comes ending, us is all.
Welcome, go to the memberships area.
It's all we have, so understand.
Come on, y'all.
Baby, I'm trying to get you sharp, right, your spirits right, your balance right.
Hey, wait till y'all see this live though. For you, those of you that have not seen me live, ooh-wee.
I can tell you're feeling it. Conversations healing and it can jerk your spirit and make it right. So much darkness all around.
Auntie Mickey. Okay, if you have an Android phone, go to Amazon, type in Stone Paxton Life Frequencies, and you can download it if you have an Android.
We can talk about these crystals. It gives light. You can watch the moon rise. Got stars, girl, in your sight. There's some frequencies right here. Life's frequencies.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, the video is gonna be crazy. I'm gonna shoot the video in Cali on the beach. I don't know, I might drive the drop top. You know what I'm saying? You know, find a fly lady, put in the seat next to me. I think I'm gonna get a real dark sister. I want, you know, that African dark, just to make a point, right? I want a real dark sister in the car with me. That African energy. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna figure out who I'm gonna get for the video though.
These crystals, they give light.
Yes. Come on now. The hot D Johns experience. You already know. It's that energy. Check it out though.
Frequencies, life frequencies. The rate at which vibration happens and it constitutes a wave of life, a wave of love, a way of reality, a way of spirituality. Life's frequencies. Love frequencies. You are frequency. Be frequency.
Yeah. Life's frequencies. Download it on iTunes. If you have an Android phone, then make sure you just go to Amazon, type in Stone Paxton Life's frequencies. All right, you guys. Listen, hold up though. The vibe, yeah, it's a vibe. It's a crazy vibe. Christy D, Pathmaker says, play the other one from your album too. Which one? Krusty D. Which one? Because I got a whole bunch of them. You talking about is it a black coffee? Is it like a slow joint? Oh, the one I played, yes. Oh, that one's not done yet.